All right, so today I want to talk about expecting things of others, kind of thing. So I was just driving home and I was listening to a song. A lot of my fucking podcasts, the thoughts are generated by songs. So I was listening to a song. It's called "That Ain't Love" by, I believe they're called REO Speedwagon, and I've been listening to a lot of their music. It's funny I don't really know their name, even though I've been listening to a lot of their music the last few days. I just posted yesterday maybe that reel with Barney that I used one of their songs, and I think the day before that, or maybe even the same day, I posted a Instagram picture on the account where I just post walls, and I used one of their songs in that as well. So good songs. I like this artist or the band, say, right? Drink fucking water. Oh, I could drink so much water, honestly. I don't know why I get so fucking dehydrated. Or not dehydrated, but I just need water. Well, I've done a diabetes test. I haven't got diabetes. I just drink fucking loads of water, and I could just constantly drink water, constantly drink loads of it. But I'm really going off track. So, expecting things of others. There's a part in the song. I'll go straight into that. Right. There's a part in the song in the chorus. Um, da 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 da. It says something about that ain't love, and he says, "As long as I say what you want to hear, do what you want to do, be who you want me to be, something." And he says something that ain't love to me or something, right? And I was like, right, this is a great thing to think about of anyone. It doesn't have to be relationships, friendships as well. Do we want the other person to be who we want them to be, or do we want them to be their true, authentic self? In some situations I can think of, I want things of people that are obviously not how they are acting. And like, am I imposing just what I want, my standards of how I conduct myself, how I would want to be treated? Obviously, I'm imposing on to them. And I'm thinking friendships, but also like it's the same in like relationships as well. Like you can't actually expect people to do things exactly how you want them to all the time, right? This is obvious, right? For most people, unless you're like absolute narcissist, which is you know another ball game when you talk about people. But normal people, they just don't they just don't always behave in the way you want them to. They're not always that forthcoming. They're not always reciprocal. They're not always they're not always the people we want them to be. They don't always behave properly. And the way I'm thinking about things is I've got a lot of friends who do not fucking bother with me at all, man, at all. One sided friendships and stuff, but I don't want to go into that per se. But obviously, I want this of people. I want people to want to be my friend. I want people to want to hear from me, to want to know how I'm doing, to want to see me and spend time with me, the same way that I do of other people. But I'm fucking fed up of like chasing people around. And what level of that is rational, and what level of that is me imposing my will on other people, is my theory or my conundrum. Say, where's the line between them not behaving correctly and I'm setting them standards that are from myself and not them? And like the thing as well is like, when you actually love someone, friendship or relationship wise, you love them for them and them being their authentic and genuine self, which is what should happen. You shouldn't love someone just based. Oh fucking hell! Sorry, my throat. Right, has that worked? I don't know. So you shouldn't love them just based upon their ability to like comply with the way that you want them to be. That's not love, really. And that's another one of the reasons why I believe that God gave us free will and doesn't interfere with that very often. Because you can't love someone if they are controlling everything you do. You know, it's like forced love. Forced love is not real love. If you're forcing someone to love you, that's not real. You know what I mean? And can you actually love something and impose your will on it all the time and force it to comply with you? It's like neither of those things are correct. So now I'm relating this back to religion. It's like this is why I believe that God gave us free will. The free will, because He loves us and He doesn't want to impose His view on us in our everyday lives, and also so that we can impart our free will and choose whether or not to love God back. You know what I mean? It's a choice. It's a choice. But there's the same thing like with friendships. You shouldn't, and relationships, whatever. You shouldn't necessarily like force people to comply with your will and like expect people to comply with your will and the things that you want them to do. Like, say these friends that don't fucking message me or don't bother with me, never ask to meet up, I'm always chasing them. Like, should I try and keep forcing things with them, or should I just let them be their self? And then if they choose with their free will to not want to be in my life or be an active member of my life, then fine, I should just let things be how they are. Do you know what I mean? We shouldn't really force people to comply with the way that we want them, you know? And like, say you're in a relationship and like they're not something, I can't think of an example right now, but like something in their behavior is you're wanting to modify for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you're controlling something for some reason. I don't know. And I wish I'd thought of some examples of this before I started talking, but this is what I do. I just start talking and then see what happens. I'm thinking more friendships because this is the thing that's in my mind right now. But relationships, I guess it's the same. You should love, especially in a relationship, you should love someone because of who they are, not because who you want them to be, not because the image of them that you've made in your head. You should love them for the them that actually is. You know what I mean? So, and if you don't impose your will on another person and their own free will generates something that doesn't gel with you, then they are not the people that should be in your life. You know, the love and the, I don't know the word. It's like the like affection and the love should be reciprocal. Especially like, you know, friendship. I don't know if you would call it affection, but just want, like, friendship. So just want to be in my life. You know, that's all I particularly want from friends, is for them to want to be in my life. It's not even a massive ask. Do you know what I mean? Just think about me sometimes. You know, send me a message. How are you doing? Or maybe instigate a meetup. If I haven't heard from you for 6 months and I try and fucking meet up and you just don't bother, or like if I message a group chat and no one bothers ever, or like I'll make a plan and then and then the plan just carries on happening and then is suddenly arranged for an evening when I haven't got Barney and I'm not even told about it. It's like, fuck's sake, you know? I just can't be bothered. It's like these people just don't want to be in my life. Okay, I'm not going to impose my will on these people anymore. I'm not going to expect things of people anymore. I'm just going to let everyone be who they are. I'm not going to even expect things. And if the people who choose me and choose to be in my life, great. I will love and reciprocate. The people that do not, I will love from a distance and reciprocate. Or maybe just not love and just, all right. Not hate. I don't really particularly want to hate anyone, if you know what I mean. I don't want to harbour negative emotion towards people in general, really. But fed up. But yeah, I don't think we should expect. This is my whole point. I don't want to rant on for ages about this one. Hopefully, just a nice short one. Don't expect things of people. Don't impose our will on other people. Even though sometimes, like, we do get wrapped up in the idea of what things could be, and this is like, you know, work for a relationship or friendship. Like, you know, obviously, like, it's really easy to imagine yourself getting wrapped up in the idea, romanticizing the idea of a relationship with someone. Like, that's easy. That's an easy thing to imagine, right? Because surely you've been in one, or you've like had thoughts of being in one with someone before. Like, if you haven't, I mean, interesting, but I think most people have. So it's easy to it's easy to think of the idea of romanticizing someone, or like the view of what someone could be, but not necessarily actually what they are. You know, and like then that's wrong. The idea of someone, you shouldn't be that shouldn't be the thing that you love or the thing that you want. Realistically, it should be things as they are. Maybe this is a whole thing about expectations of people and stuff. Maybe not let your brain run wild of expectations or like anticipation of things. This is it. This could be a long conversation. I'm not going to make it a long conversation. I can't be bothered right now. I've got many things to do this evening, as I do every evening. Loads of things to do, unless I've structured in downtime. But then the second that downtime's over, more things to do. So yeah, maybe just don't. It's a tough one because I still get this way. I still want people to be the way that I want them to be, like friendships specifically. Now I'm talking, and I still just want people to choose me. If you know what I mean? I don't think it's a massive fucking arse, to be honest. Like, but people just don't seem to do it. So my circle is drastically getting smaller, which is fine, you know. But obviously, it's evidently not fine in the way that I've said it. Like, it does annoy me. It does annoy me. Like, I'm annoyed by this. But where's the annoyance come from? Probably hurt. Probably. I guess obviously, like you're in your head of what you expect of people. I'm barely looking at the camera now because I'm really, really thinking about this whole situation. But maybe I just expect too much of people. Who knows? But I'm fed up with it anyway. So, but maybe we shouldn't. This is my point. Like, maybe we shouldn't expect these things of people. And just I think that was my point, and I've now circled back to it in my head. Just let people be who they want to be, and if they choose to be in your life, they choose to be in your life, and if they don't, they don't. Grand. Let's just leave things how they are and not get too wrapped up in our heads about these situations. What we want from them, let's just let life unfold sometimes. And sometimes you obviously have to be proactive, not reactive in certain situations. But when it's a consistent thing of people just reinforcing the fact they don't want to be in your life, like there's a certain amount of proactivity you have to like you can either proactively chase that all the time if you really want them to be in your life. Oh, it's draining, isn't it? It's really draining to just do that all the time, especially when you don't feel like they even want to be in your life. You know, it's just so you get to a point and you're like, well, if they don't want to be in my life, then just let them not be. You know. So what was my point? Well, I do this all the time. Pues Spanish for I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but could be. So yeah, maybe it is a thing of just letting things be and not expecting that much of others, and maybe yourself as well. Maybe you shouldn't expect too much of yourself as well, but that's a whole different thing. But it could be the same. I don't know. I feel like this might be a little boring one, but I feel like I'm wasting your time and my time doing this one. I don't feel like this has added any value to anything, really, to be honest. Maybe I just wanted to have a little rant about friends. Maybe I did, but it did spur the song spurred on like some good thoughts about like not expecting things of people, and then in my head it switched from I shouldn't expect things of these friends or like so-called friends to being like, well, actually, let them do what they want to do, which I guess is the case. Let them do whatever they want to do, and if they choose not being your life, cool, no qualms, kind of thing. Let's just don't overthink everything all the time. I do struggle with that, like thinking. My brain just constantly going. Maybe it's time to just relax those shoulders a bit that just never get relaxed, and just let things be, perhaps. But listen to the song; it's a great song. I'll probably put it over on the Instagram channel. I'll probably put it over the like picture announcing this episode whenever it comes out. I don't know when on the schedule of this episode is going to come out. I think as well, like this episode may be a bit different because I haven't recorded one for like quite a few weeks. Like it's been a few weeks since I've recorded one now because I've got so many backlogged. And that I don't really actually need to record that many episodes other than the monthly challenges ones. And the like themed ones, like I'll obviously do an Easter one, so I'll have to record that like in and around the day of Easter. Probably not on actual Easter Sunday because I'll be with my son the whole day. So I'm not gonna, unless I did one with Barney, maybe. It'd be nice. I don't know. I imagine I'll probably record it the day before when I've got some time, to be honest with you. Maybe or maybe not with Dave, because I might be seeing Dave on that day because it's Barney's birthday party. Barney's birthday is the day before Easter, so I think Dave is coming to that. So he might be with me. So maybe I'll record one with Dave. If not, I'll record one on my own. But yeah, so I don't have to record many, so I'm like a bit out of the flow of like actually sitting and recording and facing a camera and everything. Before, obviously, like when I was just recording my own ones, I was just like doing this twice a week, and now it's been like actual numerous weeks since I've sat and recorded one. So it's probably only been like 2 or 3 weeks, not been that long. But still, it's a lot. But like when you're recording 2 a week, and then suddenly you get down to I'm going on a fucking tangent when I just don't need to. Yeah, I'm hopefully record a couple more in the next few days though. But I'm just so lonely, I think, that I fucking just feel like I'm actually talking to a friend here. I'm just sat, there's just a circle of light, and I'm just imagining that it's a friend. This is not the case. I'm happy on my own, but I don't interact with adults as often as I'd like to. You know, I don't have that much diversity of adult interaction. At work, obviously, is different. There's work. You know, I have a couple friends that I see on a regular basis now, and I love that. But it's not that diverse. Not that diverse. If you know what I mean. It's not like before when I had loads of friends and you were seeing loads of different people and all the different types of social interaction. Now it's like the same people every week, which I'm not slagging them off. I do enjoy spending time with them. I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Somebody just slap me in the face and tell me to get on my life, all right? What am I like? So, don't expect things of people. Just crack on, do your own life. That's my end thing. I hope I haven't just waffled for ages, made this a long video, but dreading the whole rest of the stuff I've got to do this evening now. Oh, what? Oh well, right. Lots of love to everyone who watches this. You know, if you actually bother to watch my stuff, like, I do really appreciate it because it's a very, 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 very select few people that do that, and I'm very grateful in my heart for those people that do bother to give a shit about me, if you know what I mean. And even something like just watching the podcast, it's not when I say just watching the podcast, it's not a light thing. Like, you've taken time out of your day to sit and watch something that I've just sat and rambled at a camera for, and I do actually, in my heart, I do actually really appreciate that. Sounds like I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I could start crying. No. No, I do really appreciate it because, you know, at the moment in my life, there's not a great deal of people who bother caring about me and the things that I do. And so if you actually care enough about me to the point where you're actually going out of your way to watch something that I'm posting, I really appreciate that. I just genuinely do. And I know it's not going to be many people on earth that get to this point, and so I know the right people will hear this. You know, I really do appreciate it. You know, taking time out of your day to actually like give a shit about me, I like it. Actually warms my heart. I've made what should have been a short video into a long video, chatting shite. So enjoy that if you get this far. I do appreciate everyone who actually watches. Each individual person watching, I appreciate it. Lots of love indeed. Wow. Nice one.